To start off my quest talk, I would like everyone to trust me and to close their eyes. Or if you don't feel comfortable closing your eyes, put your head down in your lap and picture an animal that you really love. Please could everyone keep their eyes closed and keep on picturing this animal that you really love. Is it soft and gentle? Think of the last time you were with this animal. Were you watching it play or playing with it? Now open your eyes. How many of you pictured a snake? Well, I did. This is my pet snake, Zazu. He is a male lesser ball python, and I've had him for 2.5 years. My name is Zari, and today I am here to talk about snakes, insects, scorpions, and some other cute and cuddly animals. As found in the National Geographic, there are over 3,000 species of snakes on the planet, and only about 200, which is 7%, are able to kill or significantly wound a human. There are over 1,200 species of venomous fish in our oceans, which is 6 times the amount of venomous snakes. But why are we so scared of snakes and other animals such as insects and spiders? Is it possible that it is hardwired into us? Or on the other hand, some studies have suggested that the fear is learned from the adults around us. An article reviews research with infants and toddlers and finds that we aren't born afraid of these animals, but we can learn these fears very quickly. Another recent study shows that more than 1/5 of reptiles now face extinction. Reptiles have had a very successful track record, surviving catastrophic meteors, environmental disasters, and ever-changing temperatures over hundreds of millions of years. But now that the Earth is controlled by humans, their resilience may be coming to an end. As David Attenborough wisely said, the question is, are we happy to suppose that our grandchildren may never be able to see an elephant except in a picture book? But what if that was true with 1/5 of all reptile species, and then eventually all of the reptiles in the world? Imagine how bad that would make planet Earth. That might even make our Earth unlivable. According to the Natural History Museum, without reptiles, there would be severe impacts around the world, including a loss of prey for larger animals, insect populations growing out of control, and the permanent altering of valuable ecosystems. I am talking about biodiversity collapse on a global scale, from a few individual reptiles collapsing to entire species of reptiles disappearing from our Earth forever. Ever since I was little, I've liked animals that most people don't like. I've had many weird pets, such as snakes, frogs, stick insects, scorpions, and many more. I don't like these animals because I think it is cool. I like them because they're so fascinating and interesting, and I want to learn more about them. And I don't think it is fair not to like certain animals when they have fangs or claws, when really they might never use them. But probably my favorite animal of all are snakes. The first question everyone asks me when I say I've pet snakes is, do they bite? Both of my pet snakes have never bitten anyone, and I've had them for 2.5 years. My neighbor has a puppy, and he bites people all the time. But I've never heard anyone ask if he bites. I want to change this problem. I want people to know what snakes and other animals are really like. I want people to know how nice some animals really are. It took me a while to decide what I was going to do for my quest project, but in the end, I decided that the best way to properly educate people about these animals would be to do classes about them. I knew that I would never be able to change everyone's mind, but I thought that this would be a great start. My goal for Quest was 5 annual classes, but I ended up doing 7. did 2 at Little Ripper Cafe in Kadungu and 5 in primary school for grade 2, 3, 4 and 5. In total, reaching over 100 people. Every class that I did, I would learn something new because someone would ask a question that I had never thought about before, but was a really good question. So I went home afterwards, researched, and found out the answer. For example, I brought in my 2 pet Madagascan hissing cockroaches, Snuggles and Cuddles, to one of the classes, and someone asked if they could swim. Now, I'd never thought about this before, but it was a really good question. So I went home afterwards, researched, and found out that Madagascan hissing cockroaches can't swim very well, but they can hold their breath underwater for up to 30 minutes. Of course, it is important to inform all ages about this topic, but my goal for Quest was to aim at younger groups to make sure that the younger generations were the first ones to be educated. My favorite thing in all these classes I did was every time I showed them a new animal, they'd be so amazed and immediately wanted to learn more. Some people were even afraid to hold the animals that I brought in at first, but at the end were super keen to hold them. Also, a lot of people are accepting of these animals, and it only takes them a little while to see how placid they really are. I think this Quest project has really shown me how much I like educating people, how much I like presenting to people and educating them about these animals, and I would love to do more of these classes in the future to anyone that is willing to come. Finally, I would like to thank my family for helping me so much with this Quest project, especially my auntie, who's flown all the way from Australia and is petrified of snakes. All of my Quest mentors, especially Ibu Angie, Ibu Laura and Pak Dan, you for watching, and of course my pet snake Zazu for allowing me to do this whole project. So I hope that soon, when I tell people I have a pet snake, instead of saying, "Does it bite?" they say something as simple as, "Oh really? What type of snake is it?" Thank you.